Video is rolling. Now, I got to tell you, I think you're going to like what Mike's arranged for you. We quit advertising 11 years ago, and we're the highest rated aerial activity on the island of Oahu. And that says a lot. There's a lot of aerial activities. But these aircraft are aviation's best kept secret. We can raise the wing up. We can look for traffic to see if there's any gliders coming around. There aren't. And there's no skydiving planes coming, and we're on the right radio frequency, and nobody wants to talk to us. So we're going to go out on the runway. Dillingham traffic, Paradise 2, taking the runway for departure to the west. You ready to have fun?
I'm ready.
All right.
Departing westbound, and the wind is 3205.
And he took you up in a helicopter too, huh?
Yes, he did.
All right.
Up in the helicopter last year.
All right, well, my job,
Jumper's 1 minute.
my goal is to make you like this more than a helicopter. So here we go. Get rolling down the runway. Now we're getting enough air flowing over the wing that it'll just lift us off the ground when I let up on the weight. I'm going to pull in. That keeps us on the ground a little bit. And now we're going to lift right off. There we are. Now the front wheel wobbles around a little bit for a couple seconds, and then it's going to get real smooth and quiet. Now see the haze that's in the air right now? A lot of it is from the big waves. We're going to probably get a chance to see some really big surf out here. It just started picking up again, and that's the salt spray from the waves. And there's also some wind coming out of the volcanic angle down there where the big island is. It comes up.
Jumper on from 1/4,000.
So that's volcanic haze, or VOG. I don't know if you've ever heard the term VOG, V-O-G. Yeah, so we actually have no smog here, and we don't get fog on the coast because it's too warm, but we do get VOG, or volcanic ash. So that's what the haze is. It's kind of cool. It's blowing all the way up from the big island. Now, look at my office window. That's my view. It's pretty darn good, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'm going to bring that in just a little bit. There you go. So these surfers are not going to be happy very soon because the wind in the sky is so light. The land is getting hot, and the hot air is rising off the land and making clouds, and that draws in the wind off the ocean, and it's going to make the waves choppy. I can already see a texture that wasn't on the water on the last flight. Everywhere we go on the island, the wind is coming from the water to the land, which makes your flight really smooth. Because when the wind travels over the ocean, it's traveling over the flattest surface on the planet, and so the air up here where we skydive and come down under our parachutes or fly around in a hang glider, it's glassy smooth. Feel how nice this is?
Yes.
Very, very smooth. And this is like our steering wheel, and I don't turn it in a circle, I just do side to side, but if I wanted to go to Kauai, which is over there, with one finger I can pull our weight over. It'll start doing a turn, and right before we get facing to Kauai, we can push our weight back. That's all we do to steer this thing on the whole flight. Very, very easy to fly. You're even welcome to fly it as much or as little as you want during the flight, okay? Try this, just put your left hand right here, and your right hand here. We don't bother to pull in or out much, just side to side, and I'll do the muscle for a little while. To do a left turn, I just pull our weight over to the left. Our weight lowers the wing. It stays in a turn just like a bird. And we're going to come around the front here, and I'm going to get light on your face, and I'm going to get a beautiful photo of you doing something that all your friends are going to know you've gone bonkers on. I'm going to raise up your helmet a little bit, though, too. Yeah, that's better. Now, give me a smile. That's awesome. Give me a shaka with your left hand. That's perfect, girl. So now we're in a left turn. I'm going to pull our weight over to the right to level out. We're going to go right over the top of this little cloud, because we can. So we're only at 1,500 feet. It's pretty surprising to have clouds this low, but it's wintertime, so this is our cold time of the year, but usually our clouds aren't that low. Give me another pretty smile up above the clouds. Now, when we fly next to clouds and we get the sun shining down on us, it will actually transmit a beautiful rainbow on the cloud. It's called a pilot's rainbow. I'm going to do a little teardrop turn, and we're going to go back and I'm going to show you this rainbow. Your sun's probably seen it under canopy and in free fall, but the sun will shine it down on the cloud and put our shadow there, and then the rainbow around us. These clouds are really cool. They're down nice and low right here. There's a hiking trail that comes up from the parking lot that you're parked in. It comes right up here to the top. Look how nice this is.
Senior 6 Tango Alpha, left downwind runway 8.
Downwind 8, wind is 3205.
So this rainbow that I was telling you about, I'm going to put it on our left side for starters right here. The sun is going to transmit a little shadow. It's not much of a cloud here. I think I can get it lined up though, but look over here on your left and see if you, there it is right there. That's a pilot's rainbow. Isn't that cool? Now there's an airplane coming in to land, but we're on the side of the runway that he won't come to. So I always like to kind of hedge our bets. We can stay out of their traffic and we'll just cruise out here. But anyway, the hiking trail comes right up to this mountain. That's the trail. And people either stop right there at the top of the ridge in that little shade area, or they can walk up to the ridge. But you're going to get to see the same beautiful view they get to see without the 3-hour walk. We're going to fly right up here. Now, when I want to go up, all I do is step on the throttle. Just like when you go faster in your car by stepping on your throttle, I step on the throttle. We don't go faster, we go up, because the airfoil turns that energy into lift. Now you can see a plane off your right side, and just want to show you, it's a really good learning opportunity, or a teaching one for me. Not having sides is probably the coolest thing for our enjoyment because we have a bird's eye view, but it makes it safer because we can see airplanes in places that with sides and a window, we wouldn't know that airplane was there. So it's much safer if you're not in the military to not have sides. If you're in the military and people want to shoot at you, then I like sides. That lake looks like a heart down there, doesn't it? We're going to come around. It'll be on your left side there, Angie. The lake was made when they dug up the rocks to make the runway. It was a rock quarry, but look at that lake. See how it looks kind of like a heart? And we get it in a turn. You're doing all the flying there, girl. I'm going to try to raise this up again a little bit. And give me a smile. Nice. So we're going to go all the way out to the point, and if the wind is nice, we're going to go around the corner. And most people never get out here because the paved road ends right there. The beaches on the other side over here are the nicest 2 beaches we have on the island, and the water over there is protected from the wind, so it should be really pretty. Well, we'll see in a moment. How do you like it so far? It's pretty fun, huh? Now it's a little easier to move the wing in the front seat than the back. So take breaks anytime you want, but I prefer that you hold onto the kite as much as you want, all right? And it's a great place to hold on, and you'll feel me steering it, and anytime you want to do it on your own, you can do it. There's nothing you can do to hurt us. You can't flip us over, you can't stall it, you can't do anything. This is just steering. Now the clouds are getting a little bigger, which is nice. I might be able to get a real nice picture of that glory on a cloud like that. We might go up above it and take a picture. So to go up, I'm just stepping on the throttle. My throttle is like your car throttle. It's on my foot. Up we go. Now, where did you say home is for you? Texas, that's right. Yeah, so I've been to College Station, Texas. That's where President Bush opened up his library. He actually did a little fundraiser for Barbara Bush. Her main cause was the Cancer Foundation. So he jumped with a parachute that said MD Anderson on it, and it was a fundraising jump. And then when we landed in front of his presidential library, he went over and opened the library. That was how he opened his presidential library. Now, it's a little cooler up here, but it's even smoother because we're above the rising air and we're above the air tumbling off the volcano. And look how nice this is.
And someone got stepped on.
There we go. Let's raise this up a little bit. Now, give me a pretty smile. Nice. Now, let's go get a picture of a glory. We're going to put it on this cloud on the right here. So we got to get right between the sun. The sun is kind of like the movie projector, and the cloud is like a movie screen, and we're like the frame of film. We're going to try to get it on this cloud to our right here. Come on, cloud, give me a break. There it is, right there.
There's Southside of Party Nate.
Now smile at the camera on the left wing.
Boarding eight.
Get a picture of that in the background.
Jenny, this load has 2 passes.
Thank you.
So this is the western tip of our island out here. This is called Cayena Point. I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but the beaches out near the tip are real rugged. They're rugged on this side because the wind blows from the water to the land and blows the sand off the beaches, and the mountain's not high enough to push the wind up and make the wind turn into rain clouds. So it doesn't rain much here. This is actually, even though it looks really green right now, it's only green for about 2 months. It's dry most of the year. This is a desert. It rains less than 20 inches a year here. And at the peak of the volcano back there, 4 miles away, it's a rainforest. It rains over 200 to 300 inches back there, and they're only 4 miles apart. To a turn, you can see how rugged and dry it is at the tip, out at the desert end. Look how nice it flies. Most bird-like wing in the world. You're connected directly to the wing. Just like a surfer moving a surfboard, or a wakeboarder moving a wakeboard or snowboard, we're moving the wing directly. And you can see it's pretty green here, and it gets more and more and more and more vegetation until it gets up to the peak of the volcano, and that's where it rains 200 to 300 inches. Just like the peak of the volcano straight in front of us. When you're down on the ground, they don't look as volcanic as they do up here. Look at that. You can see that's a perfect volcano. The tip out there is where the Turtle Bay Hotel is, and then the little town of Haleiwa is there. You can see the peak of the volcano is right behind the town of Haleiwa. So it rains up there 200 to 300 inches a year too. Now if your hands get cold or anything, your arms get tired, you can always put them down, but just keep flying if you like it. I'm going to just put us in a little bit of a turn, and we're going to go around the point. Hey Jenny, not sure where you are. I'm at 2,800 feet westbound towards Cayena Point.
Okay, I'm 1,005. I think I'm at Crozier, just past Polo, offshore.
Okay, I'm the other way. So,
How's Angie doing?
Angie's doing awesome.
All right. I saw Mikey on the ground.
Yeah, Mom's on the controls steering it, and she loves it.
Roger, that's awesome.
So that's Jenny. She's the pilot of the skydiving plane that knows Mike. So she flies the plane that he jumps out of. Now she's got 30 skydives herself, so she's just a beginner, but she's all excited about skydiving now. So these are radar domes over here for our military, and that one way out there on the point is a solar telescope. That's why it's pointed at the sun. So it follows the sun so our military can know if there's going to be any solar flare-ups or anything. But look how beautiful this point is. Now there's a little history about this point. There used to be a dirt road going around closest to the hill. And the trail closest to the water was an old train track. 1947, a tsunami took the train and the road track out, okay? So you couldn't drive around this point since 1947. And that's why the beaches I'm going to take you to are so special, because nobody thinks about driving up the west side. There's a beautiful paved road, but look at the view off your left shoulder. Look at that. The prettiest part of Oahu is where I'm taking you right now. From this point below us, Cayena Point, all the way to the next point, that's called Makaha. There's no houses or hotels or Taco Bells. The water is calmer over here. It's more like a lake on the west side. It's very hard for waves to get in there, and the wind doesn't blow across the water because it's coming from the east, so it goes over the mountains and out to sea. So it's like a lake over here. It's like a Texas lake, even though it's out in the middle of the ocean. It can be 25-foot surf on our right side over here, and it's generally no surf over here. We're going to go out here and take a picture, and then we'll go down the west side. It's 86 miles. If we went this way, we would get to the island of Kauai. It would take us about an hour and 20 minutes, and it's safe to fly in this aircraft. It's that good of an aircraft. A lot of boats out here. Looks like a little fishing tournament. Usually there's not this many boats. And that is a whale that just went down right there. See if he comes up. Just off our left side. There's a boat right in front of him, so it might scare him away, but he looks like he's trying to come up again. when we're looking towards the sun, you won't be able to see him as well, so I'll go around. But he's right down there, and if he comes up for another breath of air, you're going to see a whale better than you ever see from a boat. Look how smooth the air is. It's like glass today. So the boat could scare him if their engine is going.
Pump Alpha's into the road, straight in, runway 8 long.
Straight in, wind is 02085.
Beautiful water, isn't it? Now take a look at the point over there. And let's raise your helmet up just a little bit. It's just about where we need it. There you go. And then get some sunlight on us. Give me a smile at the camera. Let's do this. We're going to come around a little bit more. Big smile. And then I'm going to get the point behind us. We're going to do a little bit of a turn here. You can see the whole west coast if you look out in front of us.
6 Tango Alpha is taxiing west to runway 8.
68, wind 02085.
Look how nice this flies. Just like a bird. So now, smile at the camera and I'll get the point in the background. There we go. Big smile, one more. And let me get one where we're not looking at the sun. Go over here a little bit. There we go, right there. Smile. One big smile. Good girl. Now look at the point. That's spectacular. Not seeing the whale right now, so we'll take a look for the whale in a little bit. So anyway, this is my favorite section of Oahu because it's not developed. The west side of every island is the calmest because our wind comes from the east. So that coast over there is pretty nice. That's why that's the famous surfing coast, because the wind blowing from the land to the sea makes the waves better formed for surfing. So that's why that's so popular over there. And over here we don't have any waves, so it's just like a lake. If you ever get a chance to come over here with Mike, there's some boats that come out of a harbor up here. It's called the Waianae Harbor. These are the Waianae Mountains. And there's the Waianae Harbor over there, and they'll bring you up on a very pleasant, smooth boat ride. You can see the boats coming up here. When we go over where that boat is in front of us, I'll bet you're going to see dolphins. That's their job, is to follow.
Pop Alpha Company.
They come up here, and they find a pod of dolphins, and then they put you in the water so you get to swim with them. Paradise 2 is clear to the west. Look how beautiful blue the water is. Now, you must be living life right because, like I said, I only get to fly over here about 20 days a year because the air is usually horrible. The water is almost always like this. Now, that's a whale right there. And we're not making any noise, so we're going to sneak right up on him. You might get to see the best whale I've seen all year. If you see neon blue, their arms, which are called flukes, will look like big wings. There he is right there. You can see him perfectly. So he's going the opposite direction we are. His arms or flukes are the neon blue. You can see his tail is that neon blue. They're actually white, but through the Hawaiian water they look blue.
Wood 24 golf balls, beach now 1.8.
Two of them. There's two adult whales there. The females are bigger than the males, so that could be two males. I haven't seen any babies yet, but this is where they're born. But that's two adult whales. How's that?
That is fantastic.
And I haven't used the engine because I don't want to startle them. So we've just been coasting. I'm going to add a little bit of power now. There might be three. No, just two real big whales, it looks like to me. Pretty spectacular, huh? That the best view you've ever had of a whale? Nice. And I'm going to bring this microphone in just a little closer to your mouth. Let's get some good lighting on you again. I'm going to try to raise that up. There we go. Now, give me a smile. The whales won't show, but this beautiful water will. One more smile. There you go. So see how beautiful and peaceful it is here? If I was a whale, I'd be on this side too. But right around that point is where civilization begins. So you got to drive all the way up the west side, but it's not that far. The island's only 30 miles by 40 miles long, and it's a beautiful paved road, and it goes all the way to the end of the road right here.
So you can drive all the way up.
You can drive right up here. This beach is called Yokohama Bay. There's bathrooms, showers, drinking water, and a very bored lifeguard because there's very seldom any waves here. Now look at the greens and the blues. I'm going to get a picture of that if you smile at the camera too. Mike's going to love this. He didn't get to fly on this side. It's like emeralds, isn't it?
Yes.
So look how empty this beach is. This is kind of a holiday weekend. This is the day after Christmas. And you can go down 100 yards and there's only a couple people. This beach is way more crowded than the beach in front of us. That's called Makua Beach. This one has the bathrooms, the showers, the drinking water, the lifeguard, everything. And still, look how beautiful it is. There's some coral areas here, and then there's sandy areas there. You just pick where to go. It's a beautiful, beautiful beach. And then again, look at the water. It's just spectacular over here. This is the standard for the west side, is emerald-like water. No waves, no wind, no people. And these boats are going to come up here. They're going to find a pod of dolphins. So we'll go check out where the boats are. Like that little boat over there has probably found a pod of dolphins. And they put the people in the water and the dolphins swim right by them. Now the beach in front of us is my favorite beach. You either park at the side of the road right there, Angie, or you park in the dirt field on the other end and just walk in. Beach is totally open to the public, and look how empty it is. All right, so let's raise this up just a little bit. Give me a smile. Nice. We'll get one down by the beach. Here, look at the dolphins.
Oh my goodness.
Look at them all the way down here. There's a lot of them. Now I'm going to dive us down, and I want you to smile at the camera. We're going to get that beautiful valley. Look at that. It's the most beautiful place on Oahu. Give me a smile. Now, smile at the camera on the left wing. Your friends are not going to believe this. One more time. Nice. Now we're going to go up and away from these people and then take a couple more pictures. But you can see this is my favorite beach. If this was not a holiday weekend, there would only be maybe 5 people or less on the whole beach.
So you don't get to come over here very often.
No, most people don't, even locals. I'll bet you Mike might not have ever been over here. It takes a little bit of a drive and we get lazy, but look at this valley to your left. That's the background when you're at the beach. It's a military-controlled valley, but they don't do anything. It's just empty all day like that. Give me a smile. We'll get the valley in the background. Pretty darn spectacular. We're going to go around. This is a private boat off to our left, so they probably aren't doing anything but snorkeling or sunbathing, but we'll see if they happen to have any dolphins or anything here. So you saw 2 whales. That was the best whale sightings I've had of the year. That's a huge turtle right there. See the size of that turtle? That thing's probably as big as our control bar here. And that's a pretty fancy boat. Let me move your microphone just a little bit closer so I can hear you a little bit better. There you go. Now take a wide view of that valley and that beach. How's that? Just put your microphone just a little bit closer to your mouth so I can hear you there. That's good. Yeah, I can hear you perfect right now. And look at that view.
That is beautiful.
Now we can fly safely over here because it would be easy for me to land on that beach if we had an emergency. Otherwise I wouldn't fly low there. And it's completely legal, even though it was so much fun, it felt illegal.
North Shore traffic, 3 Lima, I just took off from Dillingham.
Now these guys have already spotted those dolphins. They are so good at spotting them. They get up on the upper deck, I'll bet, but they've spotted those dolphins. Both boats are coming over here. because their job is to find dolphins, and look at them heading right to them.
Wow.
See them going right to them?
And Blue 24 over Pineapple 2.2 transitioning south to free change Wheeler.
Give me a big smile, girl.
Lord is good.
Nice.
Wow.
Unbelievable over here on the west side.
How many trips do you take up?
It depends. I've done 11 in one day, but usually about 4 or 5. But see, my first 2 flights were hours, and we have 3 aircraft, so we do 11 on Saturday, but we got 3 aircraft. But I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh yeah, that looks like a shark.
Lima over Haleiwa Harbor, heading towards Waimea Bay at 2,200 feet. North Shore traffic.
That's some kind of a shark, I think. See it swimming around over there?
Yeah.
It's right there.
See it.
That would be a shark, I think. They like the deeper water. It's pretty far out. I'm gonna take a picture and make my wife jealous of the water over here. How pretty is that?
That is gorgeous. It's something.
That's a shark. Pretty big shark in my book.
Yep.
Take another picture here. So spectacular.
You get to enjoy it all the time.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
And it's glassy smooth over here, huh? So I just sent my wife a picture of the water. She'll know where I am because she's doing the reservations, even though she's in Arizona one more day. Now, look out ahead of us how rugged it is. People do walk out there, but those beaches are not very nice. There's just this real rugged lava formation going right into the ocean. But there's no good landing areas out there. That's why we're not going to keep going that way until we climb up a little bit. Yeah, I'm sure that was a big tiger shark that you were looking at too. So we saw dolphins, a tiger shark, turtles, and 2 whales. That shark was just all by himself, just swimming like that. But he was big. He looked like he was 15 foot long to me. All right, let's get another nice photo here. Raise that up, raise that. Give me a smile. Come around a little bit more. I'm gonna get more water in the shot. Nice. Oh, let me do that again. Nice. All right, heading over the other side.
On a 22 Golf Balls beating out to Waimea 1.4.
Our best landing area out in here is that road on top of the mountain.
So that's government stuff.
Yep. You wouldn't want to try to land down there. That road's way better.
Yeah.
So the western tip here in the Hawaiian religion is the jumping off point as far as the souls. They believe that when you die, you have 30 days to cruise around, I guess, and say goodbye to everybody. I always like to think that you could haunt the people you don't like for 30 days, and then you come here and then you go to the other world. So this is a historic, or not historic, but a culturally important to their religion location. So I switched our radio over to Dillingham, so we'll hear the Dillingham channel now.
All numbers away into the